So once that experience becomes more familiar, stabilize, then what you do, you open your eye, just continuously keep gentle breath, more balanced breath, deep breathing, and allow that energy to flow from your heart through your eye, through your eye, so from the heart to the eye. Just allow it just to move. There is some movement in that space, or there is some energy is flowing that space. Just feel that. Feel both what is flowing, feel where it's flowing, feel that space. And then so that is like a space which you're experiencing in your movement, in your emotions, in your channels. That is like a space in the channel, the second space. And then when you open your eye, or even you close your eye, you're looking at that object which was feeding the ego. That object is no longer able to feed the ego because there is no ego at that moment. So object is already weak. And if you look from that open place, from that spacious place, from this place from confidence, from that place of indestructible, you look at that object, and if you look at from that place, what do you see? That object no longer look the same. So just closely try to look at that object. And if you look at that object, just see space around that object. That space, whatever that object that creating a pain, it's like in this case it could be a person, could be a story. You look at it closely to that either this person or story. You look at it closely from that open place in your heart. What do you see? You simply see a space around it. Just feel that space. There is a deep sense of stillness around it. Feel that. There is a deep sense of silence around that object. Feel it. You have a new eye and you need new glasses to look at. So when you're looking from that new eye, the eye of the opening of wisdom, you have a new glasses, these channels which are open. What do you begin to see? It's a new object. It's not the painful object or pain creator. You begin to see a space around our object. There is no longer a pain there. In this very moment, there is no longer a pain. Simply, what you're experiencing as a space. And if you look at closely, experience that space closely, it's not different from the space what you felt moving through the channel. If you pay close attention, if you closely be aware of, it is no longer, it's no different from the space that you are experiencing in your heart. Just the same space. It's simply a boundless, infinite space. And you, at this moment, you are experiencing that space in your heart. in that channel, in that object, around you, within you. So this experience of this space is what we're lacking. We lack the awareness of that space. Now, in another sense, and if we look at another way, this space is our ultimate refuge. And if you're experiencing what I'm saying here, you feel absolute refuge. You feel you're protected from that inner ego, that inner demon. You feel protected from that active emotions. You feel calm and peace. You feel protected from these appearances, the object who is feeding the ego. You feel protected from them because this moment they are no longer there. You have realized the truth, the real nature of that object. The real nature of that object is just harmless and pure. So this experience is like a sense of absolute refuge. When we ever in our ordinary life, in our everyday life, when we seek and we need a sense of refuge and help, this is the way to do. To go inward, find that inner refuge. Deep sense of silence, that you feel very peaceful through that silence. A deep sense of stillness, that you feel indestructible. You feel a sense of a pureness, a spaciousness. You feel infinite possibility. And these three experiences are like an experience of inner refuge. There is no greater protection or place to take refuge than these inner qualities. All the outer sense of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, texts are representing that inner truth. And human beings are good at finding different ways in which through which they are trying to understand that. But that inner place of refuge is beyond culture, beyond traditions, beyond names. And in order to experience these protections, you don't need to be an expert in any language or well read on any topic, or having a lot of intellectual informations. It's simply a matter of have some inner grounding, inner trust, and willingness to reflect inward, and willingness to seek for that inner refuge.